You can really feel when something is really in your way or holding you back as an anchor, like, and it's not good. So, like, I'm having a real adult conversation over the phone. You know what this dude do? Okay, I unfollow him, whatever. He started doing story times. One of his story times he had on his page, it was like one of these girls. She mentioned my son, right? He posted it on his story. I'm not even mad at the female. I just know him as a person against our son. It's demonic, bro. It's demonic, bro. It's demonic, bro. Like, he's so disrespectful when it comes to our son. It's disgusting, bro. And you know, oh, I'm answering the phone. I'm saying I love you. I'm gonna be honest, bro. That's out of fear. I've been trying to, like, dim my light just so he don't get as mad as he usually do and as bad as he do with our son. Like, I can't even explain it, bro. Like, hey, bro, like, why she answer the phone? Why she? I'm scared because the next time he see it, okay. Y'all seen how he followed his mom and then unfollowed her? He didn't follow his mom because he F with his mom. He followed his mom because he knows. What does she call my son all day long? She say he's retarded. Come on now, that lady is evil and out to get me and my son. She's dissing her own grandchild on social media. I'm saying this to say, bro, don't get it messed up. Like, yeah, I love him. I'm riding for him. But I know his character traits, bro. I know his patterns, bro. Soon as we beef, he hurt our kid, and it's so evil. So I need y'all. Our son is off limits while we're not seeing eye to eye, please. Because I'm not picking up the phone no more, and y'all gonna see some evil stuff go down, bro. And I'm just giving y'all a fair warning, bro. The way he is, my nigga. Because, okay, I broke up with him, but I still answered his calls just because I don't like when someone plays with my son for clout, bro. My baby got 1 million followers on his page, bro. And it's not just with my son, it's with...
Blueface is at it again, this time escalating things to a whole new level. After Chrisean shared a video of herself kissing her new boyfriend, Titan Newton, the chaos erupted. Blueface, in a fit of rage, hired his father and a group of guys to show up at Chrisean's house and throw her out. The wild part? Chrisean and Blueface had just tied the knot, with him behind bars, and now they're unraveling everything they barely built. To make matters worse, their innocent son has been pulled into the drama once again, with no end in sight. The catalyst for this meltdown seems to be Chrisean's newfound relationship with Titan. Blueface, feeling threatened by her moving on, couldn't handle seeing their intimacy online. In response, he called on his absentee father to forcibly evict Chrisean and their son, Junior, from his home. It was a move that didn't surprise many. Chrisean had previously vented about Blueface's insecurities and controlling behavior, even after she agreed to marry him while he was incarcerated. But when Blueface and his father physically threw her out, Chrisean couldn't help but feel a strange sense of relief. However, that brief relief didn't last long. Since the eviction, Blueface has been sending Chrisean threatening messages, and she fears that things might escalate further, putting both her and Junior at risk. Just days ago, Chrisean went live on Instagram, opening up about the harassment she's endured at the hands of Blueface and his mother, Chrisean. The attacks have been ongoing and utterly unprovoked, but Chrisean finally decided to share her story. She revealed how Chrisean had been calling Junior the R-word, using his cognitive challenges as a weapon to hurt him, while Blueface reposted videos mocking their son's health struggles. Chrisean admitted that she had forgiven Blueface after he posted private moments of Junior on Twitter, believing he was remorseful. But now, with everything laid bare, she sees the truth. Blueface's actions were never mistakes. They were calculated, deliberate attempts to humiliate their son. She made it clear that she's done with Blueface and is already in the process of divorcing him, regretting ever marrying him in the first place. She confessed that her decision to marry him was made out of fear and naivety, not love. She felt trapped in a toxic situation that only worsened over time. Chrisean also spoke about how harshly she was criticized after a video went viral showing Junior displaying signs of autism. The lack of support from Blueface and Chrisean during this vulnerable time deeply affected her, but it ultimately pushed her to make the difficult decision to sever ties with him for good. Chrisean couldn't fathom why Blueface, the father of their son, would treat their child with such cruelty. She reflected on a time 2 years ago when Blueface posted private parts of their son online, an invasion of privacy that still haunts her. "He just can't handle it when I stand up for myself," Chrisean said, recalling how Blueface failed to understand her need for space and independence. She added that whenever she tries to have an adult conversation or take charge of her life, Blueface shifts the focus back to the drama, even posting about their son during one of his storytime sessions. Chrisean was quick to clarify that it wasn't the girl in the story she had a problem with. It was Blueface himself. "I see him as someone who is completely against our son," she said. "It's demonic, bro. It's really demonic." Chrisean shared how the constant fear of Blueface's wrath has forced her to shrink herself, dimming her own light just to keep the peace. She's been answering his calls out of fear, worried about the potential consequences if she doesn't. And it's not just about her own well-being, it's about protecting Junior, who's been used as a pawn in their ongoing battle. "Every time we fight, he takes it out on our kid," Chrisean said, "and it's pure evil." With her breaking point finally reached, Chrisean made it clear, Junior is off limits in their mess. She warned everyone that she would no longer answer Blueface's calls, and if things escalated, real harm could be done. "I'm not answering the phone anymore," she said, noting that she was tired of trying to balance fear and love in a relationship that had become emotionally dangerous. "I can't stand when people mess with my son for clout," she explained, noting that Junior's social media following had made him a target. "It's not just about clout, it's about his whole approach to parenting." While Blueface remained silent, Chrisean didn't hold back. She denied calling Junior the R-word and defended Blueface's decision to post their son's private moments, claiming that Chrisean had been neglecting their son's hernia surgery, and that Blueface's actions were an attempt to get her attention. Chrisean also claimed that Blueface only posted about the hernia because Chrisean wasn't taking the issue seriously, but Chrisean wasn't having any of it. She maintained that Chrisean's words were just another part of the manipulation and deceit they'd been subjected to. "She calls him the R-word constantly," Chrisean said. "Come on, that woman is evil and she's out to get me and my son." She also made it clear that despite her love and loyalty to Blueface, she's fully aware of his toxic behavior and will no longer allow him to destroy their child's well-being. Now Chrisean is focused on moving forward. She's made it clear that her son is off limits while she and Blueface are on different pages, and she's not backing down. If things get worse, she's prepared for the worst, but refuses to let fear dictate her future. It's a messy, painful chapter, but Chrisean is determined to take control of her life, finally breaking free from the toxic web Blueface and his family have spun around her. Chrisean had no hesitation in speaking her mind, telling Chrisean, bluntly, "Take me out of this conversation. I'm on my son's side, and we're not supposed to be in contact." She went on to deny ever using the R-word when referring to Junior, accusing Chrisean of harboring a spiteful spirit. Chrisean even said she would pray for her, implying that Chrisean was making a public statement that she didn't want her child to have a relationship with his grandmother. As the situation escalated, Chrisean doubled down on her stance, posting a video of herself and her new boyfriend, Titan Newton, sharing an intimate kiss. She followed up with a second video, further confirming that she wasn't looking back. It seemed clear, Chrisean was done with the past, and Titan had become a major part of her future. Chrisean, always ready to stir the pot, seized the moment to post a celebratory video of her own, gleefully showcasing her nonchalance about Chrisean's new relationship. She even included Jaden in the clip, perhaps trying to highlight her own sense of victory while humorously mentioning her hopes that Blueface would end up with Megan Thee Stallion. Meanwhile, Blueface, predictably, didn't take the high road. Rather than focusing on the shifting tides of his personal life, he chose the path of pettiness. In a fit of frustration, he sent his estranged father to Chrisean's home to kick her and Junior out. Not only did his father comply, but he also filmed the entire encounter, making a spectacle of the moment. The video, in which he sternly tells Christian to pack her things and leave, only added to the humiliation. Fortunately for Christian, she wasn't in LA during this circus. Instead, she was in Baltimore, enjoying time with Titan. However, despite being far away, she wasn't exactly thrilled by the drama unfolding back home. In fact, she took to Instagram Live to vent, revealing that, strangely enough, she felt some relief about the chaos. Christian explained that, for the first time in a long while, she was genuinely excited about moving forward. She was breaking free from the toxic relationship with Blueface and looking ahead to something far better. Christian opened up about why she had kept quiet for so long. She explained that she had remained silent not because she didn't want to speak out, but because Blueface had been sending threatening messages that put both her and their son at risk. She used the opportunity to call out Blueface for dragging their son's grandparents into their mess instead of handling things between the two of them like adults. And, true to form, rather than owning up to her own decisions, Christian turned the focus onto her critics. She lashed out at her fans who had been quick to judge her, reminding them that she's human and prone to making mistakes, just like everyone else. "I'm excited," she shared, tears of joy evident in her voice. "But I've kept that to myself until now." Christian didn't hold back, addressing the elephant in the room. She noted how people seemed more excited about her blessings than she was, and she couldn't even fully process it all yet. "Honestly, I didn't even have to do this," she said, "but I feel like I have to. Everyone needs to take a breath, stop, calling our phones, and understand that this is real. These aren't jokes or drama. We're dealing with real threats here, and it's not funny." She even called out Jason Lee, referencing something he had said about her situation. "All jokes aside, is she okay?" Christian reflected on his words, reminding people that she was human and needed space. With a sense of clarity, she continued, "Your haters will always see more in you than you can see in yourself, and that should be your motivation to keep going." She also emphasized how unnecessary it was to involve the grandparents in the drama, urging them to just be grandparents and stay out of the conflict. "And thanks for packing my stuff, I guess," she added with a wry smile. Christian is finally taking control of her narrative, and while it's been messy and painful, she's determined to find peace and the support she needs, away from the toxicity that's plagued her life. Christian was quick to clarify that she hadn't even been in Los Angeles when Blueface decided to send his father to her place. "He's out here hanging with his best friend like it's just another day," she noted, pointing out that people love to have their opinions about it. One commenter criticized Blueface's family, remarking that while they're always front and center during Christian's drama, they were nowhere to be found when Junior needed a safe place to stay while both parents were locked up. Another person felt Christian should have had her things removed from Blue's house the moment she started seeing someone new. "That's what I would have done," they wrote, suggesting that it was time for Christian to cut ties for good. As always, Carissa jumped into the conversation, vehemently defending her son. She fired back, accusing Christian of misrepresenting the situation. Carissa insisted that Blueface had never asked his dad to film the eviction. He only wanted his father to prepare the house for his return as a single dad. However, Carissa claimed her husband took things too far, recording the moment and posting it online for the sake of clout. "Blueface didn't ask for the video," Carissa insisted. "He just wanted the house ready." His father went a step further. But given Carissa's unwavering loyalty to her son, her words are hard to take at face value. After all, this is typical behavior for Blueface, and his dad likely felt confident in recording the whole thing, knowing Blue would let it slide just to get back at Christian for moving on. As the drama unfolded, people were left wondering, was Christian justified in moving on with her new boyfriend while still leaving her things at Blueface's house? And is she truly done with him for good? The comments flooded in, and the opinions were divided, but no one could deny that this drama-filled saga was far from over. The relationship between Blueface and Christian has been one chaotic whirlwind after another: public arguments, paternity battles, and endless social media conflicts. Their dynamic is anything but ordinary. The drama seems to have no end, as the tension and toxicity continue to mount. What started as a relationship full of highs and lows has now taken an even darker turn, with the welfare of their baby becoming a growing concern. The toxic environment is taking a toll on their child's health, further complicating an already strained situation. When Chrisean announced she was pregnant, in 2023, the storm of drama intensified. Blueface initially denied paternity, adding fuel to an already chaotic fire. The controversy reached new levels when a comedian made crude jokes about the possible disability of their unborn child, pushing the situation to an even more public level of ridicule. As the drama continued, Blueface made a statement on X, formerly Twitter, confirming that he and Chrisean were officially over. He not only denied paternity, but also cited Chrisean's past relationships as reasons for his doubts. Chrisean, however, vehemently rejected his accusations, claiming Blueface's issues with the pregnancy were more about his insecurities and distrust. She insisted that he was using her past to justify not claiming their child. Things only got worse from there, with even more people getting involved. Offset was drawn into the mess, denying any involvement with Chrisean and distancing himself from the drama. Blueface's public denouncement of Chrisean's actions and Offset's swift rejection caused further chaos, with both sides throwing accusations and shade. Caught in the middle of all this, Chrisean maintained her stance. She accused Blueface of trying to deflect from his own behavior by dragging her name through the mud. The situation continued to spiral as fans, including celebrities like Cardi B, chimed in, questioning the credibility of everyone involved. Public backlash mounted, and the entire saga became a public spectacle, with no end in sight. With so many people involved, the situation only deepened in complexity. Chrisean, Blueface, and everyone connected to them are now stuck in a never-ending cycle of accusations and retaliation. It's clear that their relationship is reaching new levels of toxicity, and with each new twist, the drama only grows more intense.